Guys, what is going on? Blossom is back and welcome back to another episode of Top Drives, and today we're going to be taking a stroll down memory lane as we look at all the legendary prize cards and a little bit of epics that have been given out in the past year, from May 2021 all the way to the current day in May 2022. I want to take a look back at all the prize cards that have been released, maybe the average RQ of the prize cards that has been released, because we've been seeing basically 90s for Tri-Series, and I want to see how many I've won and all the little memories that come of every Tri-Series that goes live. So without further ado, let's get into it. May 2021 to May 2022, what were the prize cards that we have seen in the last, I would say, about 365 days? So we do begin with the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. Yes, isn't that crazy? It's almost been an entire year since the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute was given out. It was awarded on the 9th of May 2021, and the requirements were pre-2000s 4-seaters. How many of you guys remember that? So this is the hand I used to win it. I maxed out the Porsche 959. So almost for an entire year now, I've had a max 959 in my garage, the Porsche 911 Turbo, the Roof RCT, and 2 Roof BTRs. Remember that final where the Roof RCT was one of the best dragsters if you couldn't pull the legendary Roof? So I had to 332 the RCT for that because it had the best MRI and the lowest 0 to 60. The BTR was pretty good too, but that was my winning hand for the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. I genuinely cannot believe that it's been almost a year of this amazing car. Absolute bloodbath for this as well. May 9, 2021, starting off with a banger in the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. Now, 2 weeks later, the next prize card that was given out was the Chrysler ME412. It was awarded on May the 23rd, 2021, and the requirements were 5 times 2007 petrol and diesel. Did I win it? Yes, I did, and the MVP was indeed the Gumpert Apollo Basic. And as you can see, this was the winning hand that I had, a Gumpert Apollo my MVP was the Gumpert Apollo Basic. The prize car was the ME412. So the MVP was, of course, the Gumpert. I also used the Roof CCR3, the Ford Mustang FR500 GT, the Lotus 211 Supercharged, and the Lotus Exceed. Now, I do believe that every car I'm using here has won me more than one prize card before, besides the Roof. Yes, I've used the Gumpert because the Gumpert won me the Vulcan back in 2020. So, yeah, the Gumpert did win me the Vulcan. So the Roof CCR3 is the only one where it's only won me one prize car. The Ford Mustang won me, I think, the Koenigsegg 1-1, which was a lot earlier in 2021, somewhere in January. The Lotus, I think, have won me a couple. And the Exceed, I do believe I used that in my Bugatti Chiron Sport hand, if I remember correctly. But I can't remember. Did I? I think I did. I can't remember anymore. It's in this list. I can go check it back later. But yeah, Citroen GT was the next prize car, awarded June 5th, 2021, and the requirements were German 2010 to 2014s. Did I win it? No. And a fun fact, my favorite moisturizer is Jack Black. But yeah, I didn't win this. I remember what a funny situation this was. This was one of the few situations. Now, I don't want to brag. It's just a fact. My hand was too good. My hand was too good to win the Citroen GT. I remember, I think I had the legendary Porsches, I had the Audi RS6 Avant, I had 2 of them. The main problem was to why I couldn't win the Citroen GT is A, I didn't really have the motivation because it's a French prize car and I don't really care about French cars. And then B, the RQ limit. So my cars were literally too good because I had like really good German 2010 to 2014s. It didn't fit in the RQ limit, and I didn't have a low RQ epic to basically, you know, get a hand that would get me through. So basically, I was in a situation for this prize car where I needed to open like the final pack to get me a mediocre epic, not a legendary, not a good epic, just a mediocre epic. And when you kind of put yourself in the situation like, oh, so you're telling me that I need to get like a crappy like RQ70, RQ69 epic to get a prize card that I don't even like, I just didn't open any packs. So I just let that go. I couldn't finish it. My cars were too good. It didn't fit in the RQ limit, and I didn't win the Citroen GT. Do I regret not going for it? No, not at all. Amazing MRI, high top speed, but no regrets at all. Next prize car is the Lancia LC2, and I did bounce back winning this one. It was ×5 2015, and it's kind of funny because a year later we see ×5 2005, right? The MVP was my Aventador SV, and I did win it. I had to 2-star. No, I did not 2-star. I put 2 upgrades in my Aventador SV. So the base stats over here, you can see in the picture, is 2790, and I do believe that my current Aventador SV is 2497. or is it 2597, something like that. But yeah, it ended up being very, very useful for me. The Lamborghini Huracan Spider was another car I used, along with the Bentley Continental GT, the Caterham 270, and the Audi RS3 Sportback. Now, to think about it, the Bentley Continental GT3 has won me at least 3 separate prize cars now. The Bugatti Chiron Sport, the Lancia LC2, and the Peugeot 208 WRX, which is insane. We're gonna see some repeats over here. Let me know down in the comments below if you can count the repeats. Next up, this was the next bloodbath. I would say this was the biggest bloodbath of 2021 up to this point. It was awarded on Independence Day, and the requirements 3 times 2000s, 2 times 2002. I did win this one as well, and the MVP was the Pagani Zonda S, another legendary I had to max out, and of course, very expensive final. This was only a few months, only a month after the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute, where I also had to max out the Porsche 959. I have to say, I do get a lot of value of the Pagani Zonda S. I do love this legendary. Until this day, I actually use my Pagani Zonda S very regularly, so I'm very happy with that investment. It's just a great epic killer. It just has a low enough RQ where I can race it against epics and it will beat all the epics because it's light, amazing MRA, over 100, low 0 to 60, and great handling. Other cars I used to win the Peugeot 908 was the Viper GTSR Concept. How many prize cars has the Viper GTSR Concept won for me? It's absolutely insane, like 4, 5, maybe even 6. The Audi RS4 Avant. Now I remember this entire hand that you see over here, the Volkswagen, the Acura, the Viper, the Zonda, it was my entire hand. So out of the 5 cars you see here, 4 of them was my entire hand until the final 30 minutes. In the final 30 minutes of the Peugeot 908, and I was kind of like around 6th, 7th, I got targeted. Like, I remember some late joiner came in and he raced me 10 times, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna allow this. So I went to open even more of the Peugeot 908 final packs, and I got the Audi RS4, and I was like, okay, it was the second best thing to the Mitsubishi Lancer, which was like one of the best cars to use in this event. I didn't get that, but I had the Audi RS4, and I was like, all right, I got that. Final 30 minutes, I speed maxed it out, skipped all the upgrades, maxed the baby out, and did it. I think I ended in like 5th or 4th. That was the car, the final car that I really needed. I think before the Audi RS4, I was using something else that wasn't very good. I think maybe even a second Viper. I'm really not sure. But this was the final hand that I used. I remember this was a crazy final. Absolutely crazy final. Now, moving on now, the next prize car was the McLaren P1 GTR, awarded on the 18th of July 2021, and the requirements were Great Exhibition Saloons. This was a weak hand, okay? I'm gonna warn you right now. I know a lot of people are gonna say, oh, Blaster, you don't deserve to win the P1 GTR. This hand is I get it, it's trash. Yeah. Yeah. 3 Aston Martin repeat S's was the difference. Not a lot of people had 3 Aston Martin repeat S's. The thing about the Aston Martin repeat S was that it was actually capable of beating the low RQ epics in the GE saloons. Because when you think of GE saloons, you're thinking of like Bentleys, right? You think of really bad Bentleys, a little bit of Jags here and there. The Jags were better than the repeat S, the higher ones, the higher end ones, like the 575. But the repeat S actually got a lot of value. It beat epics, and I had 3 of them, and they were all max. I had the Jaguar XE Dynamic S and the Jaguar X5. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's a weak hand. But sometimes it happens. I've been in finals where I had to max legendaries, and I've been in finals where this was enough to get through. But moving on, this was the Call of the Wild 2, where we could choose between 3 of these, and I chose the Carrera GT. Nothing too special about this. Awarded September 21st. All mediocre price, guys. All right, next one, the Ram Rebel TRX, an epic, July 25th, 2021. Now, this is where we enter the dark period. I mean, I wouldn't even say this is where we enter the dark period. I think, no, this is where we enter the dark period, because this is when Hutch was like, okay, we're going to pause Tri-Series for a while, and we got like a bunch of weird prize car events for like that Bentley Continental Pikes Peak and the return of the Chevrolet Corvette, and it was quite strange. There were no Tri-Series. They didn't feel like we were getting an update. Obviously, JPT took about 9 months, so this was a pretty strange area. Requirements was 5 times UK, 2010 to 2021. I did win it, and this was the hand that I used. My MVP was the McLaren 12C because I had it at 2 stars. Once again, the Lotus Evora Sport 410 coming back. It won me the Bugatti Chiron Sport, and now it wins me the Ram again. My Evora Sport is only 1 upgrade away from being a max legend, by the way. I think it's max handling, max chassis, or whatever. I think it's weight, and then like some like no upgrades on the chassis, something like that. It's like 399 or something like that. Lotus Exige Cup 430, Aston Martin CC 100, and the Caterham 7620R. So the Aston Martin did win me this event. I forgot that the Aston Martin actually won me the Ram Rebel, but it comes back to win me the Calsonic, which is pretty nice. And we'll see that in a bit. Next one is the Chevrolet Corvette Z06, August 7, 2021. It was ×5 Italy plus a token. Yeah, I forgot the winning hand for this one. It was very like half put together. I can remember that much. Then we have the Bentley Continental GT Pikes Peak. It was ×5 2016, and my MVP was of course Hollywood, my Max Legend, along with King Donk, the McLaren 650S GT3, a Subaru Legacy, and the Cadillac CT6. Now, if you're wondering why there's a super rare in here, it's because RQ limit. It's not because I didn't have 5 amazing cars. It was because of the RQ limit, and I had to use the Subaru Legacy. 2016 is one of my favorite requirements in the game. 2016 carbon fiber is my favorite carbon fiber that isn't Dodge, because you can get like the best like Dodge non-prize car legendary. You can get the Rimac. You can get the best Koenigsegg and the Agera final. Fantastic pack. Of course, you can get the CT6, the Donk, the 650S. It's a fantastic pack. But obviously, this is what I got, the Bentley Continental, and I did win it. I still stock. I've not raced it once in my garage. Then we have the return of the M3 GTS. This was also, very strangely enough, a bloodbath. It was ×5 2000 to 2010 US. And once again, the Dodge Viper GTSR concept is back. I swear, when it comes to cars that win me the most prizes, it's always the Viper GTSR concept or the Cadillac 16. So I'm really happy to have both of them. I also used the Chevrolet Corvette Z06, Cadillac XLR-V, and the Ford Mustang FR500 GT. And then next up, do we have, this was finally the introduction of JPT. September 12th, 2021, the dark times were over. We finally got an update. Requirements was 5 times 90s Japan, 2 times JPT. I did not win this one. I just wasn't really motivated for it as well. And fun fact, my max amount of push-ups in a day was 5. That is true. That is true. There was a time in my life where I did 500 push-ups in a single day. But yeah, obviously I busted my wrist. I think I tore a ligament or something. I can't do that anymore. But yeah, Volkswagen IDR Pikes Peak. The big question is, do I regret not going for it? You see, when it came to September of 2021, I was already planning and saving up for my trip to the UK, which you would know about later in the year, where I do lose another big prize car win. So I wouldn't want to spend any money because I was saving up, because I think this was the time where I was about to buy my flight ticket to the UK as well. So I needed to save some money. So I didn't want to really invest in this final. So do I regret it? I have to say that I have survived very well in multiplayer events without the Volkswagen IDR Pikes Peak. The only time where this genuinely hurts me is in the German daily, but like it's not like I won the German daily before this final anyway. I would admit that I would like to have this car in my garage, but I think I would be over exaggerating if I said that I genuinely regretted it. I have to be completely honest, I have survived very well without the Volkswagen IDR Pikes Peak. So I know a lot of like whales out there, like if they feel like if they don't win a prize car, they feel like they have to quit. But to be completely honest, like I don't feel the same way. I don't have this, and it doesn't really bother me that much. There was even one event, it was a carbon fiber event. I think it was German Renaissance or something, where the Volkswagen IDR Pikes Peak was a really useful car to use in that event. I didn't have it, but I just worked around it, and I still won the carbon fiber. So no, I don't regret it. I would like to have it in my garage, but I don't regret not getting it. It'll come back. Next one, of course, this one definitely I had to get no matter what, even if I was going to the UK or not. Obviously I ended up going to the UK, but yeah, Dodge Viper SRT10 ACRX, September 26, 2021, and it was 5 times all out JPT. Did I win it? Yes. And of course the MVP was the Subaru Legacy VW. It was all rain this one, if I do believe myself correctly. I used the Legacy VW, the Lavorg VN, and then 3 maxed epics. I have to be honest, the blue Subaru WRX from 2018 that you see in the far right corner of the screen, maxed it out for the final, never used it again. I do get some use out of the Impreza from 2005 and the 2010 one, but the blue one from 2018, no, never. After the final, never use it again. Next up was Summer Games. Yes, in September 28, 2021, summer. Did I win it? Yes, and everyone chose the car because that was the best option to go for. I think if you already had the car, you either went for the Carrera or the MC12. Not a lot of people chose the Cadillac for sure. And on October 9, 2021, it was the Ford GTX1. I did not win this because front engine hatchbacks, or just hatchbacks in general, is probably the biggest weakness in my garage. Because when you think about it, hatchbacks are usually French cars and Volkswagens. And guess what do I hate? hatchbacks and French cars. So yeah, sorry, Volkswagens and French cars. So yeah, hatchbacks has never been a strong suit in my garage. The moment I knew it was front engine hatchbacks, I knew I had no chance in the Ford GTX one. To be honest, when it came to the GT challenges, I was pretty unlucky. I didn't win the Citroen, and now I didn't win the Ford. Fun fact, my first Top Drives video was recorded in the bathroom. That is true. Now next up was the 918, the third rerun, because this car, see, this thing reminds me of Zebra Yeezys. I remember the first time I bought Zebra Yeezys, they were so expensive and like they were so rare, and then you know Adidas and Ye, they kept releasing it over and over and over and over, and now I think if you get the Zebra Yeezys now, they're maybe like $400 USD, something like that. Like they used to be like in the thousands, okay? Now it's like 400, and it's the same thing with the 918. You know, I remember winning it the first time. I felt so proud of myself. It felt so exclusive, and now this thing is kind of just like everywhere, so it's just whatever. It's not even a great 100 RQ car anymore. October 24th, 2021, 5-time JPT Saloon. I already won it, and the owner's prize car was the RQ92 Pagani Huayra Roadster, which will help me in the Koenigsegg Yamera finals in a couple of months, so that's really cool. Next up was the Peugeot 905B, November 5th, 2021. This was a GT series that I definitely had to win. Requirements was 5 times 1995 to 97, and the cars that I used to win it were the Ford GT90, the Porsche 911 Turbo. Once again, it won me the, what was it? Koenigsegg Absolute, and now it's won me the 905, 2 Volkswagen W12 Roadsters, and the Dodge Sidewinder. And of course, the MVPs were both W12 Roadsters. Fun fact, I pulled both of them from premium packs when I was trying to look for the Volvo 850 all-wheel drive. Never got the Volvo 850 all-wheel drive, but I got both the Volkswagen W12 Roadsters. Next up, we have the Apollo Intenza Emozione. The requirements was 5 times JPT Coupe. I did win this. I really wanted this one. November 11, 2021, and my MVP was GTR Track Edition, nicknamed Corn. And I used 2 Emerge. 1 was Max, 1 had only 1 handling upgrade. Suzuki Hayabusa. This was the first prize car the Hayabusa won me, I believe. Nissan GTR R35 with 2 upgrades, and the Nissan GTR Track Edition with 3 upgrades at 2 stars. And then next up, we have the Lamborghini Veneno. I did kind of want this, but you know, whatever. The requirements was 5 times 1980s, 2 to 4 seaters, and my 959 did nothing. Maxed 959 did absolutely nothing. I think this was a challenge, I believe, but I didn't get it in the end. Bit of a bummer. I do like the Veneno, but whatever. You live and you learn. It'll come back again. McLaren Senna was another owner's for me. Times 5 JPT rear-wheel drive, December 19th. Already won it, and my owner's prize car, which I did win, was the RQ91 2017 Ford GT, which is probably going to help me in the owner's challenge for the Aventador SVJ, which is coming next week. Next up, we have Horror Show, December 29th, a day before my birthday, 2021. This was at this point, I'm already in the UK. I think even the last prize car, I was already in the UK. Was it? No, 19th, because I left for the UK on the 25th on Christmas. So yeah, so the next couple of prize cars you're gonna see here, I'll be on holiday. So December 29th, 2021, 5 times Horror Show. Did I win it? No. Did anybody? Let's be honest. The ugliest side of Top Drives. It was a horrible challenge using horrible cars, and the prizes were equally horrible. The 177 is decent, but the Skigera and the Spiker were trash prize cars in a trash challenge where you need to use trash cars. It was absolutely horrible. And then next up, yeah, we have Blossom's 2021 Legend winnings. I won 20 prize cars, so 6 more than 2020. 2020, I won 14 prize cars. 2021, I won 20 prize cars, and all of them you can see over here, starting from the Volkswagen Nardo to 1.1, the Sibera, the Peugeot, the Pro car. Absolutely love the Pro car. I hope that never comes back because I want that to be exclusive. Bentley Onodier, Gumpert Polo R, M3 GTR, Koenigsegg Jesko, Chrysler, the Chevy, the Porsche, the McLaren, the Peugeot, the Lancia, the Bentley, the Viper, the Dakar, the 905, and the Intenza Emozione. Alright, so moving on to 2022. It's a new year, baby, and we're starting off with a bang. The Remax C2 100 RQ. It was awarded on the 2nd of January 2022, a day after New Year's, and the requirements was 5 times 92 to 93. And did I win it? Absolutely not. But here's a fun fact. I was watching No Way Home, you know, the Spider-Man movie, with one of the most special human beings I've ever met in my life. For privacy's sake, I'm not going to tell you her name, but like, it was some of the best days of my life. I was in the UK during that time. Obviously I was on holiday. One fun fact though, the entire time I was on holiday in the UK, I didn't win a single prize car. Literally nothing, zero. But yeah, the C2, to be completely honest, even if I wasn't on holiday and I had the time to play, I would not have gone for the remax because of the cars that you had to max for this. The EB110s are some of my most hated legendaries in the entire game. And the fact that people had to max that to win this, I was not doing that. Absolutely not. Another fun fact, I didn't even join the event. So it's not like I even joined and got like a, you know, maybe a top 80 finish for a car, but no. I didn't even join this event. In fact, my holidays in the UK were so freaking good. I barely played top drives during that time. I didn't even join the prelims for the Remax C2. I didn't even play. I did not play at all. It was funny because even though I was in the UK and I didn't win anything, I did win it. I did get a legendary prize card because I did open a CF on my birthday, and I did get the Stelvio Quadrifoglio, which is for Christmas collection. January 11, 2022, I was still on holiday at this time. Time Christmas collection, I did not win it. And yeah, the fun fact, didn't win a prize in the UK. And then guess what, right? Jaguar XJ220. It was awarded January 16, 2022, times 5 estates, and I did win it. Guess when I came back from the UK? January 15th. Moment I came back to business. We won prize cards again. Jag XJ2 220, and this was the hand that I used. 2 RS6 Avants, Cadillac CTS-V, RS4 Van, and of course the Mercedes AMG C63. The MVP is going to go to the Mercedes because I remember throughout the challenge, the Mercedes was the one that I used the most. So because of that, I gave it to the Merc. Now moving on, now the first legendary prize card of 2022 that I won, January 30th, 2022. The requirements were times 5, 2001 to 2004 rear wheel drive performance tires. I did win it, and the MVP for me was the Koenigsegg CCR. The Hayabusa coming back. It has now won me the EXP, and it has also won me the Apollo Intensa Emozione. Porsche 911 GT2 used 2 of them maxed at 699, and of course the Dodge Viper SRT10. How many prize cards have that Dodge Viper won me? Probably 4 as well. But yeah, moving on now, we have the Lamborghini Urus. This was a rerun. Requirements was 5-time Jag 2-seaters. I did not win the owner's prize car. It was the RQ89 Porsche Macan Turbo. Didn't win that because I was lacking in something. I don't know, but I at the end of the day, it was kind of like the situation where it just wasn't worth opening packs because I don't specialize in Jag. So, and even when it comes to British cars, like I would do like Aston Martin first, and then I would probably do like the Ford second. Like a Jag is so far down the pecking order for me, it wasn't worth opening those carbon fibers. So I didn't get any, and I didn't win the owner's prize car, which to be fair, the owner's prize car, the Macan Turbo, is actually pretty good. So do I regret not winning that? I do regret not having it, I guess, but the cars that I needed to upgrade for this challenge kind of outweighed my urge of winning the Macan. So I don't really regret it now. The thing is, like, if I knew I was gonna regret it, I would win it. You know what I mean? But yeah, Peugeot 208 WRX. Now my first actual big win of 2022 was the Peugeot 208 WRX. The requirements was 5-times Continental Selects, as I call it, because the requirements were it was just too much. It was like 5-times Bentley BMW. It had to be a saloon, performance tire. I don't know what it was. The requirements were really long. It didn't fit in the slideshow, so I just called it Continental Selects because the carbon fiber for this final was called the Continental Carbon Fiber. But this was the hand that I used to win it. This hand is goated. I printed this hand out and I stuck it on the back of my wall, if you remember that. 2 BMW M5s, one with 1 upgrade, one at 2 stars with, I think, 3 upgrades, and then my BMW 640i with another 3 upgrades. So I had to 2-star 2 different legendaries for this final, BMW X3 M40i and the Bentley Continental GT Speed Coupe, which once again won me another prize car. MVP was definitely my 2-star BMW M5, which I nicknamed Reese. And then moving on now, the next one, oh yeah, the Pepe Cross. Man, I know what this is. Yeah, it's the Project 8. It was the rerun of the Project 8, the third time actually, March 13th, 2022. It was 5-times Year of the Tiger. I already owned it, so my owner's prize car was the RQ90 Peugeot Quasar, and I did win that. Really good car, by the way. The Peugeot, not the Project 8. Next one, Caterham RS Levante, March 13, 2022. Requirements was ×5 Donk and Volvo. Did I win it? Yes. 9th place on this one. MVP was King Donk, and yeah, 9th place with that. 2 King Donks, which was the best car to use for that final, and the Donk D8 GTO, the Prince Donk, as I like to call it. I used 6 epics in this final, so just 2 upgrades and 2 of the legendaries, or 1 upgrade in each of 2 legendaries. not each of two because they're three. One upgrade in two of the three legendaries. One Volvo S80 and the Volvo XC40. 9th place in this. I did not expect that. I was actually overconfident going into this. I thought I would tier 1 it, but I didn't. I almost actually missed out on the KTM RS Levante with that. But yeah, moving on now is the Koenigsegg Yamera March 27, 2022. Time swap Italian, German, and Japanese roadsters. I did win this, and my MVP was, of course, the rare Mazda MX-5. The MX-5 is a god, but of course, the hand I used to win it was 2 Lamborghini Aventador as roadsters, Lamborghini Huracan Performante Spider, a Pagani Huayra, and of course, the MX-5. Obviously, a funny thing to talk about is the Aventador roadsters. I pulled both of them on the same day, 30 minutes apart from ceramic packs. Absolutely crazy. If you want to check that out, the videos are recorded on my channel. And the next one is going to be the Renault RS01. I also did win this. I'm actually on a pretty good streak of winning prize cards right now. I guess the streak's going to end, right? Because I've already won the Aventador SVJ, so I can't win that again. I guess the streak continues if I win the owner's prize card, which I know I will. Have you seen my Ford collection? It's crazy. But yeah, April 10, 2022, 5x 2005. Did I win it? Yes. The MVP was, of course, the Bugatti Veyron, which I pulled from the qualifiers. And my winning hand was 2 Paganis on the Fs, the Bugatti Veyron 16.4, the Caterham CSR, and the Ford GT. Pretty interesting. All of these recent prize car finals, I've been using a lot of duplicates, right? Like 2 Donks, 2 Zondas, 2 BMW M5s, 2 Aventadors, pretty crazy stuff. Next one I do believe is the, oh right, this and then the Kelsonic. It was 5x Silver Screen 2, the second installment. Did I win it? Yes. And the MVP was the Challenger Hellcat. The only question is which one was it, because I used an entire hand on the final round, of course. Now I've already won the Demon on the first time, so obviously the Aerial Atom was the card that I had to pick. And then last but not least, we have the Nissan Skyline GTR Kelsonic. It was awarded a couple weeks ago, April 23rd, 2022. 5x front engine concepts. I did win it, and the MVP was, of course, the Charger Juiced. The cars I used: Cadillac 16, the Dodge Charger Juice, the Hayabusa again the third time, CC100, and of course the Viper GTSR concept. And now the next prize car we got is indeed the Aventador SVJ, but that is to be determined. I think I did put the May 8th is when it'll come out, so it kind of wraps out a year, because the Koenigsegg Yes Go Absolute was May the 9th. This is May the 8th, and the requirements are going to be 5x performance tire Fords. Did I win it? I already have, and the owner's prize car is to be decided. But that is going to be it. That is a year of prize cars in Top Drives. What was your favorite? What was your least favorite? How many did you win? Let me know down in the comments below. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Remember to stay safe, wash your hands, and blossom out. Peace.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Sit back, relax in my Bonneville
Pontiac.
Hold tight all night, cruise to Jacksonville
Atlantic.
Blonde hair, don't care, look like Leslie Brooks. Pin up girls everywhere with the drop dead look. Swing it side to side as we slow down.